Hello there everybody, welcome back to another video. This is the first theory video that I'm doing because of the extremely positive response of this video right here discussing Security Breach, and I thought, why not do more content on Security Breach? So I hold the FNAF lore and the games very near and dear to my heart. I watch just pretty much anything I can, absorbing all the theories I possibly can, making my own theories as well. And this is my first time documenting one of my theories. So let's see how it goes when Security Breach releases. Let's see how right I am. So let's go. I call this theory the Ani-malgamation. It's a very weird name, but it's a combination of the words animatronic and amalgamation. And it's all based around this ending to the Security Breach gameplay trailer. Roll the clip.
There is more going on here than you realize.
So what we just saw there was a new animatronic hand grabbing onto the floor with a purple mist. Many people have theorized what this was about when the trailer came out, and I thought what pretty much everybody else thought. That's Glitch Trap. We're gonna probably get like a final boss fight at the end of the game where Glitch Trap, he gets a physical body. The question is, how? And that's what I think I have a pretty good answer to. And that is through the Fazbear Frights book, because of course, pretty much the most of the lore reveals nowadays come from the books more than the games. You have to not only follow the games, but now also the books. It's insane. So I don't personally own the book. I get all my book content and know what the stories are about and what happens in them through Dogho. He does these everything you need to know things where he goes through the story, what happens, what are his thoughts, what could this mean, how could this tie into the games. Because if you don't know, the books, they're like a separate universe, but it's still the same universe? It's kind of confusing. Let me give you an example. In the Fazbear Fright story called The Man in Room 1280, that's the number, The Man in Room 1280, it's a story about a burnt corpse. Seems to not be alive, but he still is somehow. Something is keeping him alive. Oh no, it seems like he's having nightmares about death. This is of course William Afton, and this is Custom Night, Ultimate Custom Night. This is how it happens in the books. So in the books, it's the one you should not have killed, the spirit, keeping it in a dream, not in purgatory. In the games, William is dead. He is not alive in any way except for Glitch Trap. He is Code. But in the books, he sits in a hospital and has nightmares about Ultimate Custom Night, essentially. So that's one way that they're the same but different. Also, in the books, at the end of each Fazbear Frights, we have a big, long, continuing story called the story about the Stitch Wraith, an animatronic who goes around and collects things from the Fazbear Entertainment franchise. And what does the Stitch Wraith do with them? I am not quite sure, but we know that there are two spirits in the Stitch Wraith, and it's the Stitch Wraith of the book Blackbird, the Stitch Wraith story in there. That's what could potentially tie into the end of Security Breach. So before I tell you about what happens, quick summary in the Stitch Wraith story in Blackbird, you need to know how the story of the Man in Room 1280 ends. Because that's also has something to do with something. He goes to a warehouse with all the Fazbear stuff. Yep, a warehouse with everything in it. All the old animatronics and everything in one place. That's his final wish. And I'm pretty sure he straight up dies there. So now his soul is with the agony and the remnant of everything in the books. Now this leads into the Stitch Wraith story, where the Stitch Wraith somehow, I don't remember how, but somehow he ends up in this warehouse. And you know what happens there? The spirits inside try to be free, but they can't. And Andrew, one of the spirits, is about to ascend when the other spirit is keeping him down, not letting go, even after they've collected all these things and put them in there to destroy them. Now here comes the kicker. The soul of William Afton pulls Andrew down on his way up to heaven and just has control over everything. Like, this gets a little bit magic here, but all the pieces, all the scraps of agony, of pain, of life in these animatronics, these old parts of the Fazbear franchise in this warehouse, they come together and form one massive amalgamation of animatronics, which just so happens to take the form of a bunny. And who inherits this bunny is, you guessed it, William Afton. So there's this nice illustration. I'll try to find the artist, but it shows essentially what this looks like. And this thing is 15 feet tall. 15 feet tall. Now that's actually fucking insane. But I don't think that's what it's gonna be like in the games. Okay, so now that you understand all the things from the books, how can we tie this into the games? Well, this all could seem like, oh yeah, William's gonna be reborn once again, but there's actual evidence for this. In the gameplay trailer, when we go in and look at Chica's green room, what do we see? Who do we see in a little glass container right outside? It's motherfucking Carl the Cupcake. Now, if Carl the Cupcake, the teeny tiny cupcake, is in this facility, who's to say they don't have more pieces of Fazbear history? I mean, what happened to the toy animatronics? They just got scrapped. They probably got thrown away somewhere. They might have those in there. They might have the FNAF 1 animatronics. I don't think those ever got burned. They just kinda closed down and got put out of commission because they fucking stank so much of rotten child corpses. So the theory goes, we play as Gregory, while Vanessa is behind the scenes taking from each part of the mall, taking every bit of usable material, and with Glitchtrap's command and Glitchtrap's instructions, with William's instructions, building this amalgamation robot to give William his physical form back once again. This might also explain the last Security Breach teaser screenshot we got from Dark Oak's charity stream. I'm not quite sure. It mostly seems like Chica got in a fight and got beaten up. I don't know, maybe we have a boss battle with Chica and Gregory and Freddy. They come together and Freddy beats the absolute shit out of her. But another explanation could be that, notice how specifically the beak and arm are gone. It's a very peculiar two things to take. They might need some wiring, some technology in the arm for the animatronic, but why the beak, I thought? Well, maybe there's a high-tech voice module in the beak. Like, there could be a lot of things that William could be using. It may just be a specific material the beak is made of. But essentially, what I think is gonna happen at the end of Security Breach is that Glitch Trap is gonna get a final form where we already know what the hand looks like. Fucking insane. And we're gonna have a boss battle. So to recap, essentially, my thoughts on what this robot amalgamation thing is the combination of old animatronics welded together with the consciousness of William Afton in control. And the evidence of this lies in the fact that the Pizzaplex has multiple pieces of Fazbear history who would have this life energy stored in them, and this rage and this agony that gives life to these inanimate objects. And also the fact that the books are heavily leading this direction, with William being reborn, this time in technological form, since his old body has been burned to a corpse. And now it is up to us to defeat him and Vanny before he can get up to other shenanigans. Yeah, that is basically my thoughts and theories on what is most likely going to happen with this animatronic arm and the end of Security Breach. Hey you've made it to the end. Why have you done that? I assume because you enjoyed the video. So why not leave a like? It helps the channel. And YouTube's been doing this funny thing recently where the algorithm said, yes, let's boost this into the algorithm. That's my reacting to the Security Breach trailers. And let's put this not boosted in the algorithm and make it your worst performing video ever. Oh, and that's the video that I uploaded Sunday. So that's great. I had my best and worst performing video right after each other. That's... thanks, YouTube. So how about you can help me not post more videos that end up being my worst performing ever? Doesn't that sound great? And also, if you're new here, why not consider subscribing and joining the fam, the club, the whatever you want to call it, the viewers. Yes, you're my viewers. Hello. And since you're here, why not check out this video right here? Looks pretty cool to me, you know? And subscribe right down here. Would help a lot, boosting the channel into the algorithm. I want to see how far I can get in 1 year. My goal is 500 subscribers, but the more I think about it, the more unrealistic it becomes. But if I could hit that in a single year, holy fuck, I would be more than ecstatic. So please help me towards that goal and subscribe. And as always, have a good one.